Yeah. Hi guys. Good morning.
Good
Sorry,
morning.
sorry for the delay. Right in Bangalore and all, it's heavily raining. So due to power cut off, there was no Wi-Fi connection. So yeah, now it's back. Thanks for the late joining. Okay. Sorry for the late joining. Okay. Thanks for your patience. Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. So yesterday we were discussing about the JSON, right? Okay. Okay. So, what are the data types applicable? All those things we discussed, it seems, right? So, applicable data types, all those things we already discussed. So, what is the applicable data type for the, JSON key?
String.
String only.
Mm, okay. So, what is the applicable data type for the, uh, you know, JSON value?
Value can be anything. Int, string.
Mm, okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Okay. So now today we'll discuss about the JSON object. Okay. So yesterday we discussed, this is what you was right. Okay. So we discussed all these things. Okay. What is JSON language, where it is used, what is the advantage, what is the disadvantage, sorry, what is the advantage, and what is the syntax, what is the, data types we have for the value, what is the data type we have for the key, and simple, data structure we have discussed. Okay. So today we are going to discuss of JSON object. Okay. JSON object. Same. Okay. Which is not much difference than yesterday what we have discussed, but we'll discuss it again as part of the learning. Okay. Okay. So what is JSON object? How we can, write the JSON object. For example, if someone is coming and, telling like, create a JSON employee object, how to create that? What is the syntax we need to follow? Okay. So general rule to be followed while creating a JSON. Okay. So if you're creating a JSON object, what are the rules you have to follow? Okay. So tell me, how does JSON object should start and end? How JSON object should start and end?
Curly braces.
Okay. So JSON object should start and should start and end with a, let me end with a curly braces. Okay. This is the, this is the main notation for the JSON object. If it is starting with the curly brace, if it is ending with the curly brace, means we are representing the JSON data. Okay. JSON object especially. Okay. Then key field are included in the what? Key fields are to be included in key fields are
String. Or
included in
string.
double quotes. Yeah, double quotes. Hmm, okay. So next, value are represented by value or represent how the value is, differentiated between the keys. How the value is represented, in between the key and value.
colon.
Yeah, okay. So value are represented by putting what? Colon, right? So it is nothing but like this. Hmm. Okay. By putting colon between key and value. Okay. Okay. Then JSON key value pair are separated by JSON key value or separated by
Comma.
okay separated by a comma. Okay, separated by a comma. Fine. Then next, value can be any data type. So what are those data types? What are the applicable data types?
String, integer,
Mhm,
boolean, null,
mhm, mhm.
object array, number.
Okay, string, integer, boolean, so on. I've already discussed yesterday. Okay, so etc. etc. So this is nothing but object representation. Okay, if you know someone is telling you to represent a JSON object, just create a JSON object. Okay, so starts with a flower braces and end with the flower braces, which represents the JSON object. Okay, so then just include all the rules we have for the JSON data, like key should be of double quotes, which is nothing but key should be a string representation, and value are represented by putting I mean to say key and value are separated by colon in between, not equals to. Okay, equals to is a common representation of the data. Colon is the JSON representation of data. Okay, so whenever you are working with a JSON, key value pair differentiating by putting the colon. Okay, JSON key value are separated by the means once after the key value data is completed, one single key value data is completed, means from one data to means others from one key value pair to another key value pair we have to separate by a comma. Okay, and value can be any applicable data type. These are all yesterday we have discussed, right? So this is nothing but a JSON object representation. Okay, so now next thing, how to represent the array. So we have already seen that how to represent a JSON object. Yesterday also we have already worked, we have sample one we have created. This is nothing but JSON object only. Starting with flower braces and curly braces and ending with the curly braces and representing the data. Okay, but this is not simple data. Okay, simple JSON object, not a complex one, not a nested one. Okay, this is just simple representation of the data. So now first we will understand how to represent the JSON array. Okay, so now tell me in general, okay, why the array concept has been used in the any of the language in general. Hmm. In general, why the array concept has been
Array
used?
is used to store similar
Similar data type.
elements.
Like similar data type. In we are said like car, like BMW, Audi, Jaguar.
Mhm.
In one line. Okay, and this is we use array.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Others, other were telling something. Hmm. When to go for the array concept?
If we have similar data type, so we can go with array to store the data in form of like index. It is stored in form of index on index basis.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Fine. Yeah. And then any other answer? Hmm. Okay, so usually why to go for the array concept? We already learned in the many, in the data structure, in C language, in C++, or in Java. Okay, we have already learned this basic data structure, right? So when to go for the array language? When we have a, okay, similar type of a data. That too, when we have a, single variable, for that variable, we have to store the multiple values. Okay, means when we have a variable, for the single variable, when we have to store the multiple values, so by the time we have to go for the array concept. Okay, so what is that single variable? What is the scenario to store the multiple values? For example, say this is in a person. Okay, whose name I have to take now? Hmm? Okay, so yeah, person is there. Yeah, who's that? Who's that person? Whose name? Uh, who's there in the list first? Danu is there in the list first. Okay, I will take his name. Okay, so okay, so Danu. Okay, yeah. Okay, so for Danu, what's happening is okay. We have declared a name and address of Danu and date of birth and job details. Everything we just declared the data about the Danu. Okay, so now Danu is having three phone numbers. Okay, Danu is having three phone number here now. Okay, one is to manage his company, means with his office location, related to office work, to manage one number, and one is personal number, one is any other thing. Okay, yeah, so three phone number is having. So now what's happened? The phone number means phone number only. So usually what we can call, see, whenever we have a one number or a two number or a three number, okay, so we just call it as a mobile number only, right? Now this number only we call. We will not call like phone number one, phone number one, phone number two. Yes, Danu's phone number one, Danu's phone number two. Like this we will not call it, right? Right, okay, so like this. Okay, so when he has a three numbers, okay, he's using for the different purpose. Okay, so so together all the phone number is a phone number only. Okay, we will not call like yes, Danu's phone number one, Danu's phone number two, Danu's phone number three. Doesn't provide the meaning for that, right? We will not call it like this also in the real time, right? So for the single phone number variable, for the single phone number variable, I want to store multiple information or multiple data. That is my multiple phone number. Okay. So we want to store for the phone number variable multiple data. Okay. So we have to store Danu's multiple phone number. So like, one is this number and comma, this number, comma, and this number. Okay, so when he wants to speak with his office, maybe he will, by using a index, he will take this number. When he wants to speak with a family, he will take this number. When he wants to speak with his GF or anyone, so he will take this number. Okay, so like this, it will for the same variable, we are storing a multiple info. Okay, so this is how you know the array concept is useful, because we won't because the phone number means phone number only. We will not differentiate like a one two three like that, right? So phone number variable means if we look at this variable, we feel that yes, okay, it contains the phone number. So for that we should not declare a one two three like that. Okay, it's not provide the proper meaning for that phone number, right? So for this single variable, so okay, we if we have a multiple data, so like, okay, let's keep it in a phone number only. So we can use a array concept. So if I want to get the info about my family, if I want to speak with my family, okay, I will access this phone number by using array concept. if I want to talk with my work, I mean to say with the colleagues and all. So I will take this phone number, first phone number, with by using the properties or index, by using index and all. I will just grab this info. Okay, so this is how the array concept is useful. So now here in the JSON, okay, in the JSON also, if we want to hold multiple values, they are using a array concept. But if the same thing, if you want to handle with the HTML, you have to create a three tags to handle that, completely four tags to handle. One is starting, like phone number start tag, and then phone number end tag. Okay, so here again it's a phone number tag. Just I'm giving an example, it's not like this we have to define, just for understanding purpose. Okay, so here again like this, phone number 1, end of the phone number 2, sorry, phone number 1, phone number 1. Okay, then again next one, phone number 2, then again phone number 2, then again here phone number 3, phone number 3, like this. Okay, multiple tags. See how many tags we have created to handle this info, but in the JSON in a single line we have handled by using a array concept, because JSON is allowed to use the array concept, which is allowing to use the array concept, but not HTML and all will not allow that concept, right? So this is how useful. Okay, so now here let's discuss about the array concept. So how to declare the array now in the JSON, how to declare the array. How to declare the array in the JSON by using, so array in JSON starts with
Square bracket.
in JSON, yeah, in JSON array starts and ends with square bracket. Okay, so this is the representation of array. Okay, so wherever you are seeing a open square bracket and close square bracket, which means that we are using a JSON array. So wherever you are seeing this open curly brace and close curly brace, which means that you are using a object. Okay, so now I will write a simple data. Now you have to tell me whether the data which I'm creating is correct or wrong. Okay, okay, so now okay, so here let's divide it. Other and all okay, so value inside the array will be separated by commas. Okay, no need to write that again, right? Value inside the array will be separated by commas. Okay, so here let's declare a employee object. I want to provide the employee information now. Okay, so how do I start? How to start? I want to create a employee object now. How do I start? Employee object.
Curly braces.
Continuation.
Curly braces.
Okay, see
ID.
here. Okay, okay, okay. Let me take another sheet for this. Okay, let me take another sheet for the I want to keep it in a single. Okay, see here, this is an employee object representation. employee info. Okay. So now how to start? How to create an employee object now? So how do I start this employee object? Starting with curly brace, right? Starting with curly brace. Okay. I'm starting with the curly braces. Okay. I will provide the info. What info I can provide here? What are the info I can provide for the employee information? Okay. So now employee first name. Okay. First name of employee colon. I'll give it as Acha. Okay. Then I have to separate with a comma, right? So guide me. Okay. Then I have to provide the last name of an employee. Last name. Okay. Then I will provide the employee ID. Employee ID. Maybe just random. Okay. Then I will provide the designation of the employee. Nation. Designation will be manager. Okay. Then language expertise. Language expertise. Which language expertise? So the language expertise. So the same employee. Okay. Now for the language expertise, how do I define? Do I need to define in a single, array, or how do I define? What do you guys think?
In array.
Why? Why I have to declare in a array?
If you know more language
Uh-huh.
like
Okay.
English,
Okay.
local language and other.
Okay. Your language means take it like, technical language. Yeah.
Yes, technical language also there is many language like Java, Python,
Mhm.
many courses also.
Okay. Okay. So I can use a array concept in this, you means, right?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. So how do I use the array concept? How do I start for this? Means, you guys know that. See, carefully observe now. You guys know that my, you know, what is this? My key always should be a string only. It's not be changed, okay? But my value can be any of the applicable data type, okay? So that's why I can able to apply, multiple types of data type here, okay? So here it will not change. Even if you are declaring a thousands of data here, the key should remains as a string only. Okay, again and again I'm telling because this is an interview question also, so many times we get confused on this. Okay, so this is should be a string only. So now for this, string, for this key, I want to declare a array data type of value. Okay, because this language expertise, like, maybe, Asha is the manager, right? So maybe, she might have no multiple languages. She might have a, multiple skills, right? So now how to define this? How to start here? How do I define the multiple language here?
start array.
Okay, start with the square
Array.
bracket, Java, separate with comma, then Selenium, comma, API, comma, and then what?
SQL.
Mm-hmm. SQL.
SQL.
Okay, SQL. Okay. So I'm ending the info. So this is all the data, these are all, she knows. These are all the languages she knows. Okay, I'm closing the object. Okay. So now tell me, is this the proper way of declaring the object? Everything is good or any mistake?
No, ma'am. Go. There is
Why?
wrong.
It's
Uh,
good, huh?
co- comma. You not mention comma. In
Is
last
it?
name employee. Last name employee.
Hmm.
Yes. You go to screen. Okay.
Okay. Dushman is telling, okay, comma is
Com,
missing. Okay. What
comma
about
is
others? Okay. What about others? Hmm. Is there any issue? Others? Dushman is telling comma is missing, but that is not correct, right? That is wrong, right? What about others? Just speak.
I think we have to give string at the last line.
Why? Why do you feel so?
Uh, it is
Hmm. Hmm.
think it should be enclosed in double quotes, Java,
double
Selenium,
quotes
API.
Java Selenium.
Okay. This is a double quotes. Okay. Apart from that, everything is good, right? The
Yeah,
object, Java JSON object is good, right?
because it is in characters.
Okay. Apart from this,
And
is it a good or any issues? It's good.
Also,
We
I
can
think
proceed.
like language, starting from language expertise, it should also be in curly braces.
Uh-huh. Starting with this language expertise.
Only with curly braces.
Sorry, I didn't get.
Starting from language expertise, it should be in under curly braces.
Curly braces.
Yeah.
Here, here,
Not here. No. From language, language itself.
this one.
Yes.
No, this is, we are making it as a key.
Okay. Key value. Okay, sorry.
Mm. This is a variable. Let's suppose this is a variable. For this variable, you're storing multiple value like that. Okay.
I think it's good then.
Everything is correct or any issues?
It should be comma
everything is
separated.
correct.
Key
Mm-hmm.
value
Mm.
should be
Yeah.
comma separated.
Yes. Okay. So intentionally, I made a
Yes,
mistake
yes.
here.
I forgot to focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Yes.
separated by comma.
Yeah. You guys will forget. I know that. That's why intentionally I made a mistake here. Okay, so this is what, okay, so we will forget while writing and while we are working, we will forget to see. It looks very simple, just a small comma, but it makes a big difference. Okay, whenever we are working, the request, it will not proceed. Okay, whenever we are sending the request, it will not process itself. Okay, just because of these commas. Okay. Okay, so this is one employee object. So in this employee object, we have a key value pair, and for this key, we are passing this as a array. Okay, array of data we are passing to this key. Okay, so now, okay, so one more we will write it now. Okay, we have a mcar object. Okay, so now, okay, let me create a car info. Car info. Okay. Okay. So now, okay, let's create an object for the car. Same like yesterday we have created, right? If we have means just make use of it. Okay. So we have created this, right? Make model. Keep it here. Oh, it's not happening. Okay, we'll write it. Okay. Um, Okay, so create a car object. Okay, so okay, the same story. Okay, open the curly brace. Okay, then define the multiple variables. We have a make model, right? So make unmodel. So make an model we have. Okay, so for that we have a BMW as a value. So let's declare it in a string BMW. Okay, okay, next then here year of purchase. Like year of purchase. So what is the year of purchase? Make year, not a year of purchase, it's make year. So it is a 2017. Okay, and here color. Okay, it's a maybe black one. Okay, and it's a type. Okay, fine. So close the object. Okay, so now, okay, so for this employee, see this is a car info. Okay, and this is a employee info. Okay, maybe here this employee is also having his car, right? Is having his car. So this is the maybe this employee's car info. So I want to keep this car info here in this employee object, so that employee name, employee last name, employee ID, employee designation, and the language expertise, and in which car is coming. Okay, so just I want to provide a complete info of this employee here. So how do I do that? How do I provide info here? Maybe the key I will keep it here as a car. Okay, the key I will keep it here as a car. So now tell me, how do I pass this information here? Quick.
Create another object.
Here I need to create a object.
Yeah,
We
inside.
need to write as in array.
Hare, hey, you don't have a multiple car, right?
No, it will be enclosed with curly braces, same as we can directly copy paste that card info.
Okay, so which means like this. Okay, copy
Paste.
and paste. Okay, so like this, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, okay, so then finally end with the end of this employee object. We have not ended the employee object, right? So I'm ending the
Yeah.
employee object. Okay, so okay, understanding, right? So which means that, so why I'm telling all these things means, see, if you're a JSON object means if you are creating a data means, see, observe this side key. Okay, key always a string, but my value can be any of the applicable data type. It can be a object also, it can be a array also, which means that the JSON language is having that power to hold a array also, and object also, and integer also, and other remaining data structure whatever we are using, other data types we are using. Okay, but you should be knowing how to handle that while we are handling the data. Okay, so now you got a idea, right? So okay, now you tell me why you have created a object of data here. Because my car also not contain single info. For example, the first name is a single info only. It's not a story here, right? See, any of the employees first name not like a story, right? It's just a means multiple information is not available. Just a single word we will be having. Okay, let's keep it here like this. But if it is a car means obviously we have a multiple info for that. Obviously it contains the separate object for it. Okay, so multiple info, whenever we have a multiple info about a object, we have to create the particular type of object. We have created the core object here. Whenever we have a multiple data or multiple value for the single variable, then we have to go for the array. Okay, so when we have a multiple info for a single object, so then we have to create a object like this, because for this car, just simply a BMW, that is not enough. We have to gather multiple info, right? We are going to purchase a car. Just by seeing the brand, we will not take it, right? We will check it each and everything, right? Color we will check, and when it is manufactured, what are the extra properties available in that. So everything we will check it, right? So similar way, so which means that multiple info available for the particular object. So we have to capture all the info in the JSON object only. So whenever we have to provide the employee information, this is also property of the employee. Car is also information of the employee. So we have to keep it here. So by keeping here, simply, if we keep just a single name like a BMW, we'll not get to know complete info about that particular object, right? So we are keeping an entire object only here. So we are having employee object as well as his car information in the employee info. Okay, understanding how how we can define and how they are using it, and how to work with the JSON array and JSON object. Understanding or any issue? Understanding or any issues?
Yes, ma'am. Understand.
Understanding. Okay. Mm. Okay, okay. Okay, others, any issues?
Understanding.
Okay, okay.
Understanding.
Thanks, yeah. Okay, okay. So now I will provide on task. Okay, so we'll see who will quickly provide a answer for that. Okay, so create a object. Okay, create a object. What object? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so create a user object or person of anything. Okay, you can just provide on person information, and provide the information like his first name. Provide the information like his first name and his job, his first name, his date of birth, and his address, and his job information, and his skills. Okay, skills.
First FN.
Mhm.
Before DOB, what? FN means.
First name, first name.
No, yes,
Means
yes. Okay.
username. Okay, you can take a username or a first name. Let's take a username only. Username and date of birth,
Address.
address,
Job skills.
and job designation, job, and skills. And provide specialization info, specialization info of any one skill. Any one skill.
For now,
Yeah. See, create a user object, provide the name, date of birth, address, job, skills, and provide specialization information of any one skill.
we have to do now.
Yes, yes, yeah. Quickly we will do it and we'll end up for today. Tomorrow again we'll discuss how we can access the information. Just a 2 minutes, no? It will not take much time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who will do first? We'll see, okay?
Yeah. Show that one.
Okay, okay, yeah. While sending in the chat, send only to me, okay? Don't send to everyone. Make me as a, select my name and send it to me.
We have to write in chat.
Yeah, you write it in your own and copy paste that.
Okay.
But while sending in the chat, only select my name and send it to me only. Don't send, everyone. Oh, nice.
Ma'am, could you please open that paint?
Okay. Okay. Hey, just what is that curly braces you guys have sent, no?
Actually, when we are clicking on enter to go on another line, it just sends
Ah.
a message.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Is it so?
I'm trying to format clipboard, but can't find it.
If you try to send, directly how it is coming, means if you try to send everyone instead of direct message.
No, it is the same. Let's try.
Same. Mm-hmm.
No, to everyone, it is is there. It is possible. I clicked on enter and navigated to other line.
Okay. Okay. Why so? Why so? Okay. So now, okay. At least I like that only you just tell me. So how you guys have created this? For the job, is it a direct
1 minute,
variable?
I'm sending.
Hmm?
Yeah, shall I tell?
Hmm. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
so basically there will be a one object that is like user details. Then after it will be like username will be a separate key and value will be something username. Date of birth, again it will be like a string value.
Okay.
Address will be an object again, where we can keep it in form of like key value like house number, then street, then
Hmm.
like city, then pin code, state, etc.
Okay.
Then
Mm-hmm.
after job, I'm not sure, I mean job I will keep it as a string, single object.
Hmm.
uh,
Okay.
then skills, again it will be like with an object, so it will contain like, I mean what all tools are there. Then after in tools it can be
Hmm.
array,
Hmm.
and in programming language again will be a separate array. Then
Hmm.
after there will be some other things like, I mean soft skills and all. Then
Okay.
specialization can be like again either in as an object, or
Hmm.
simply array also.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. So who is that Madhu? Madhu, right?
Yes, ma'am, Madhu.
Whatever you are created, is it able to copy paste here?
Not created fully. I need around 30 to
So
40 seconds.
Arshad is able to copy paste. No, Arshad is able to copy paste.
One.
Yeah, I directly wrote there.
No, no,
Oh.
I couldn't write it fully, so
Hmm.
that's why I couldn't copy paste.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
we'll
But,
copy paste in 2 minutes.
Ma'am, ma'am,
hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I sent you. You see this?
Yeah, but I know I'm not able to see it completely. It's masked actually. Only open curly brace and close curly brace I could able to see.
No, no, no,
Otherwise,
no. My again. Now I am sent. You see
okay.
below.
Okay. Still I not received. Okay. But yeah, whatever the Madhu is explained, right? It was very good. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, now you
Mm.
see. Now I sent to you.
Mm-hmm. So okay, yeah. So yeah, Dushman has created like username and he provided the name, date of birth is provided, okay, and job information is provided, and skill he has kept it in a array format, Java API Selenium, specialization. So it's like specialization. What you can do, specialization in the sense you are doing, for example, Java. Java is there in your skill already, but you are doing a specialization in that. Okay, means much information about that you have to provide. Again, create a object there of any one skill specialization info. Okay. See, providing multiple info on the, like inside the specialization, the value will start like language is Java, and much more information about the which version of Java you are learning, or which year you have started, and what are the projects you are conducting on it. Like that, you're just providing the multiple info in the specialization. So it must be an object. Okay, but good try. Yeah, right.
Yeah, one thing in the address we have to write as a first numeric and comma, and again in the string format we have to write the colony name. Is that correct?
I didn't get in the address. So numeric and comma in the sense
In the
number.
address,
Huh.
numeric. First of all, we have to write the numeric and again comma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After that, we have to write the colony name as in the string type, right? Is that correct?
Here in the address here. Okay, for example, if I'm giving a address here, so how do I start value providing, like that you're asking?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So here, give the key as an address and start
Address.
with a curly brace. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here, like, Street name, again a key, and name of the street is the value. Again,
Numeric.
Gmail is the key.
First, we have to write numeric house number.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, anything. Okay, anything like house number you can take, and numerical data only you can pass. That is how you want to define it. You can define that, no problem.
Okay.
But it should contain address. Okay, so yeah. So if you are if you observe here, see here, this is one object. Okay, this is one object, that is an employee object. So inside this object, again, this is a nested object, right? See here, an object is there. Inside the object, again, one more object. Okay, or else inside the object, again we have an array also. So there may be a chance that inside this object also, there may be a value can come to provide extra information. Inside this object also, we can define one more object here. So which means that nested object creation is allowed in the JSON. Okay, so it will not restrict you for anything. Okay, you want to provide extra information about any variable, okay, you can create how many variables, how many objects you want, you just create. Okay, but provide the info properly. Just it will ask for the info, that's it. Okay, it is not restricting you to, for example, here maybe here one object I will create like this. So I am providing a variable info. In this info, maybe I will create an object like this. Okay, like this I will create. Here again I will be providing some details. And again, if you create it here, again you can provide a like this. See here, see again here info, see here already object is there. Again here
This
one
is
more.
like nested into nested, right?
Yeah, okay, nested into nested. So which means JSON is not restricting you to create a number of objects or number of arrays. Anything you can create, how many times you can create, no issues at all. Just data representation. So it is allowing you to represent your data by using a multiple array, multiple object, or nested object, or complex info, anything it may be. Okay, but just we need to handle in proper syntax, that's it. Okay, so in interview they will ask you, is it possible to create an object inside the object? Okay, so you should not think about Java approach. Okay, it's a JSON. Yes, we can create an object inside the object, there's no any issues. Okay, is it possible to create a nested object inside the object? While declaring the object also, maybe there may be a chance, there may be a scenario to create a one more object. Is it possible? It will not throw you any error. No, it will not throw you any error, since it's a data representation. The ultimate goal is to represent the data, whatever it may be. So like ultimate goal is to represent the data. If I want to provide extra information, means this is the way we need to handle in JSON. There's no any other way. Okay, so this is the way we need to handle, so we are handling it, that's it. Okay, so for example, since because I've already used your object approach, if I have some variable here, if I want to give some extra information, it doesn't mean that I'm already inside the object, so it's not possible to provide the information extra. So okay, we will declare it later, or we will create another object. So because I'm already inside the object, like that, there's no any restriction. Yes, I want to provide some extra info for this type. Okay, let's declare a object instead of a string. Just declaring and providing info, that's it. Okay. So this is just a nested object we have learned. So whatever I'm explaining now, it's like a complex data. Okay, so that we will see it tomorrow, and now we can access the objects or a array information in JSON also we'll see, and we'll finish it off a JSON topic by tomorrow. Okay. Any issues till now, whatever we discussed?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I had
Uh,
copy pasted, so could you please check once and confirm?
Okay, Madhu, right? Okay. Let me take it. You have copy pasted everything, Madhu?
Yes, ma'am. In specialization, I didn't put anything, but I mean, just gave a simple format.
Okay, okay. This is, whatever the Madhu has created, this is a complex data. It will come under the complex data. Okay.
each space allowed, man. That
Mm-hmm.
space is allowed in inverted commas, like company name, the space between company and name. That is okay. Or
Space between the company name. Yeah, that is fine, fine. That is fine. No
What
problem.
about the date of birth is in numeric, right? There is no string. I think so.
Date of birth is given string. Yeah, if we are defining in the string also no problem here, because special character also include in this, right? So no
Yeah.
problem. Like, just, how it will work is, in real time, how it happens is how they defined in the database also it will matters. Okay. Means whatever the data you are providing it here, ultimately it has to go in the database. It has to store in the database, right? You're understanding my point, right?
Yeah.
So in real time, what happens whenever we are creating the data, we will check the data type that they are defined in the DB. Accordingly, we have to create it here. Okay, because for example, say you are processing one employee API. Okay, here you are processing one employee API. So in that, while you are creating the employee API, you have to provide all this information. So on what basis you will define it here? Like here, employee API is that employee API. So you will give all this info, right? Employee name you will give, date of birth you will give, address, job, skill, everything you will give. Maybe the new employee is joining to the company. Okay. So you have to create the employee information. You're calling employee API and you're providing all this info. Whenever you are clicking on the send button, okay, so this request has to process, and this employee information has to store available in the database. Okay, so how it happens? Through this API we will be connected to database, and in the database there will be a table will be available. Okay, there it will go and it will create there. Okay, so that employee information is available inside the database. So similarly, so what are the data type they declared to hold the value in the database? Accordingly, here we will also handle the data. For example, here your date of birth you're sending as a string format. What if in the database they have declared the dob column as a column name as a integer? Again, even if you send the request, it will throw you error, like the one of the value is not acceptable by the database. One of the value that you are providing is not acceptable by the database. So again, we will come and check. Okay, there they are maintaining dob as an integer, here we are passing a string. Okay, that is not mismatch of data type. So again, we have to work accordingly. Okay, these are all like interrelated, guys, in real time. Like backend testing, and in the I mean to say database testing, and in the API testing, and all these things are interrelated. Devs will be interacting. Okay, before they're creating the API here, they will check in the backend that how they are created, Oracle team or database team, how they are created a table to handle the employee information. Whatever the data type they are defined, accordingly here we also have to handle. Okay, it's depend. Now it's not a issue since we don't have any connectivity with the database, but in real time that is how you have to take care. Okay, just I'm giving you example. In the future, if you get a chance to work with a DB as well as a API, sometime what happens, only we will be working with the API alone. Sometimes what happens, the same engineer will be working with the API and also corresponding DB. Means here you have to create, and you have to go in the database and you have to check whether you have created employee through the API is creating inside the database or not. Okay, the both will single engineer will do. But in some time, database only separate team will be handling, and this API testing will be separate team will be handling. We will be interacting with that team. See, check created one employee information, it's created or not, please check, I will create a task. Like that we will create a task for them and we will give a work for them, like that. Okay, so it depends upon organization, how your organization is dividing the work between the engineers. Okay, so here is created the username, okay, and address, okay, house number, and
I
it's
couldn't provide actually, I mean, due to less time.
uh,
I think it can be
okay,
a lot of things like street name, city name, etc.
okay, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So whatever Madhu has created, it's a complex data. Okay, so means for each and every key, he's providing a description way.
One comma missing before skills.
Yeah, address is also having a object because he's providing a complete info about the address, employee address, house number, all this info. Okay, so while creating the employee info, also like this is the way they will capture our information, right? So job, okay, which company and department and designation also you can specify here. And skills, what are the skills he is having? Okay, okay, yeah, it's good. Okay, see here, he has created a object for the skill because he wants to provide multiple info about which programming language you know and which tool technologies he is having an idea. Okay, he is okay, giving that. Okay, then specialization again, is in which specialization, in which language he has done the expertise. He will provide it that is also detailed way he has to provide info. So he is creating the object. It's a very good, okay, is created by detailed way. Okay, it's also complex data. Okay, okay, tomorrow we'll see again how we can define all those things, and we'll see how we can access the info, and we'll finish it off a JSON. Okay, so go through the videos which is available. Maybe they are sharing you through the mail, or it's also available in the YouTube, I guess. So go through the all the videos and complete the JSON part. Then we will start the next part.
Madam, are you sharing any notes, madam?
Yes, I will share. But yes, okay. Once we start with the actual session, because still many of you are still they're not done the payment, right? So once they
Okay.
have completed all the enrollment, they will create a Google Drive. Okay.
Okay,
In
madam.
the Google Drive, I will if I upload it means it will be accessible for everyone. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank
So just 2 days wait, Rajesh. We'll do all those
you.
things.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because this demo and all will be ending in 2 days.
Okay.
Then
Sure.
we are starting with the actual session. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, one more thing, ma'am. Yesterday also I requested like, I mean, please provide the questions with answers whatever are asked in interview, so it will help me a lot to find a job.
Mm, okay. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I will do
will.
it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, you will help in writing resume also.
I have some sample resumes.
Yeah.
I will share with you guys.
Okay.
Accordingly, how you want to, change according to your info, you just change it.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Ma'am, one more thing. So, as you told yesterday or day before yesterday, you are covering this REST assured along with test NG framework. So, anything about BDD framework also you are going to explain?
Yeah, after completing the TestNG framework, so I will give you the, overview on the BDD framework, how we can
Okay.
work with that. Okay.
And like, I mean, real time project kind of thing also will be there.
Yes, yes, yeah. So first, what is the concept is we'll be covering all the concepts of the rest assured. Then we are taking, any of the APIs to implement the project.
So, how long it will take? Around 2 months total course
Mm,
completion duration.
yeah, like 45 days we have, maximum of 45 days. Yeah, within the 45 days, we'll try to complete.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay. Hi, Partha. Anything you want to ask? You're raising your hand.
Yeah, actually, I'm from Python background, Python automation. So this test engine and all, I don't have any idea of those
Okay,
things.
okay.
Will it be helpful for me? I'm but bit curious
Um,
too.
Test NG, I mean, if you don't have an idea also, I will be covering, while I'm discussing the topic, I'll be covering a test NG part here. Okay. I'll be discussing on the test NG and we'll be
This
working.
JSON things, whatever we discussed today, this was handled using dictionary. For me, earlier I have worked with such kind of scenarios. They used to
Mm-hmm.
handle it using dictionary. So, will it be helpful, like to me, this API automation and all? I'm into device automation. I have a protocol automation engineer for VoIP and
Mm-hmm.
L2, L3 protocols.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, it will be helpful means if you have a plan to work on a API testing and all, yes, or else, that you have to think of it. Okay.
Yeah. So the scripting and all, it will be generic, right? It is not specific to Java or Python. That's what
Yeah,
I.
yes, if you have a Python background, if you learn this also, you can maybe, a similar only. There is no much difference between the language. So you can, adopt that to the Python as well if you need it in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Dushman. Yeah, yeah. Fine. Okay. Okay. Then yeah. Okay, guys. Then take care. Have a great day. Bye bye. We'll connect tomorrow. What, Arshad? Yes, please tell me, Arshad.
Yeah, ma'am, you said we'll be discussing offline regarding the continuation in this batch as
Mhm.
the old student of you.
Okay.
So, shall I call you or will you call me
Uh,
or?
okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. Then I will. I will. You have the batch which we have created previously, right? In the
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
yeah, I have that
Are
Google
you
Drive
there in that?
everything.
Are you there in that, Arshad?
Yeah, yeah, I'm there in that Google Drive batch and everything. I have that
Google
don't
Drive.
no starter.
Okay. No, Google Drive. Okay. Are you there in the WhatsApp group or the Telegram
No,
group?
no, I'm not there in the WhatsApp group, ma'am.
Okay. 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 Then Arshad, I will. I will speak with you offline. Okay.
Yeah, please, ma'am.
Yeah. Sure.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Take care. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a
Have a
good
good
day.
day.
Yeah.